This week on Face Off Hockey Show, we're almost at the home stretch. We're halfway done the playoffs. A maximum 22 games, including tonight's game 7 left. We got some turmoil, some mix-ups at Edmonton. We got some mix-ups in women's hockey. All kinds of some crazy stuff. All that and more. It's Face Off Hockey Show right now.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. What? With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway.
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Yes!
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Face Off Hockey Show. I'm indeed Scotty Wallace. I'm joined by Johnny P. And this is the show. We don't know. We don't know if Mark's going to show up.
No, we don't.
We never do.
Actually, so I found out Mark was in England last week.
Oh, he told us that.
Yeah, but he didn't show up because he was like, I was tired.
No. Maybe we should get his English tour. Talk about how his English tour went.
Yeah. I got to see him this weekend. I saw the family and Thomas the Train.
Interesting. Like, did Thomas marry in? Like, is he married to a cousin? Like, how'd that happen?
No. Thomas the Train was at the B&O Museum.
Oh, okay.
And it was a good idea to take the smaller Patanzo to see Thomas.
How did you like that?
It was fine. It was just a train.
Yeah. How did Hudson, the second tallest Patanzo, deal with that?
He was okay with it.
Yeah.
He ran around. He had some fun. Then we went to the Italian place for dinner afterwards.
A little on the nose. A little on the nose, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, Hudson was running up and down the place, talking to people. He wanted to watch some soccer because it was on in the bar.
That's smart.
Saturday, we moved the Deaths into their new house.
Yay.
Yep.
Where are they at now? They still in the Baltimore area?
They're in Canton now. They moved to Canton.
That's well.
They
sure.
moved. I think it was 0.9 miles from their house.
So basically, you guys just marched it down there. Like, you didn't have to rent a moving truck or anything, right?
No. We put it in trucks and such, over and over and over again.
Still seems a little bit wasteful.
The heaviest stuff that we carried the entire time revolved around the boxes of comic books that were in the house. They're extremely heavy. I did not realize when you put 250 to 300 comic books together, they become extremely heavy.
They'll have some bulk to them.
They're not like baseball cards.
No. They probably have some value as it goes forward.
That's true. So that was Saturday and Sunday and Friday night and Thursday night. There was happy hours last week.
Ooh.
And then what happened last night? Nothing happened last night. I tried to watch some hockey.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with that. Stay up to that double overtime stuff.
Well, double overtime. I didn't make it to the second period. It started at 8 p.m.
Well, to be honest, you didn't miss much afterwards. So, like, the first period happened, they scored, and then it was like 5 more periods until something else happened.
Oh, that's what occurred. That's right. That's what I was telling you about. I forgot. I watched the Major Arena Soccer League championship game this weekend.
Ah, yeah.
It was in Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Wave won the championship, but the best part of the game is that the Milwaukee Waves arena has a slate gray turf field.
Weird.
Slate gray, yellow lines, all black netting in the goals. And they played with a yellow ball. I don't know if they always play with a yellow ball because I haven't seen any like pictures from Blast games they may just have a yellow ball, but I also came to the realization that more than likely they needed a yellow ball
Yeah, I
on
would think that I think so.
on the flooring. Are you looking it
Yeah.
up? Are you looking
I'm
to
looking
see
at
what their
Baltimore
floor
Blast
looks
to
like?
see. I'm looking up the Baltimore Blast to see if they play with the yellow ball.
Ah.
The
And since-
Blast play with a red ball.
oh, well, that's cool. Maybe they just have different colored balls throughout the league because I think they play with miter.
Oh, okay.
And because there are two British
Wait,
teams in
hold
the
on.
Champions League final.
They do play with the yellow ball.
Oh, they do. All right.
That was looking at old file footage. Anyway.
Newcastle United for tonight. Or sorry, Newcastle Brown Ale for tonight.
Nice, good work.
Two British teams in the Champions League final. It's mass hysteria.
Wow. And somehow they'll still lose the World Cup.
Somehow they'll still lose the Champions League.
Yeah. Amazing.
But that was eventful. That was an eventful week for me. For all of the weeks that I generally don't have anything to talk about, I had an eventful week.
Oh God.
Oh, hello. So that's why I'm wearing my Baltimore Blast jersey tonight.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That's
all
my
right.
shoe.
So go to a lot of little Sky screen share. I haven't done a Sky screen share in a bit. I haven't done that in a minute. Like, honestly, how do you like this is like the jerseys. Like this is like the NHL All-Star jerseys, but in flooring form.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Like,
not gonna lie, it took me between, I'm gonna say 8 and 12 minutes for my eyes to adjust.
I was gonna say, how does it not fuck up your rods and cones?
It definitely was weird at first, and then after a while it became okay. But the best part about it was when the Wave scored, all the lights in the arena went down and they just had one spotlight, but it looked like there were black lights everywhere because the neon colors of the jerseys were just like vibrant.
That's tremendous. Well, this is definitely a thing.
That's their jerseys, and their away jerseys are Volt.
Oh, like the bright
yellow? They just flip the colors on them.
Oh wow, those are loud. Those are loud colors to have on such a dormant floor.
Well, they have to. Could you imagine?
I guess.
I mean, the black jerseys themselves almost they're almost hard to see on the gray floor.
The Blast should just have the Maryland flag on the floor. Like it just be done with it.
In 4 corners of the floor, just the Maryland big
exactly.
flag.
It's like, oh God.
That would be awesome, actually. I don't know why the Blast hasn't thought of that.
Yeah. What did I do? I got an exercise bike.
Ooh.
That was a thing. One of those magnetic exercise bikes.
Nice.
That's all right. It's not too bad. It's quiet as hell, so that's fun. Got 8 different adjustments for tension. So I got that going for us.
Lots of tension.
Mostly
of tension. In my back.
Mm-hmm. Lower back mostly. Yeah, I worked overnights this weekend, so I didn't really have much of a weekend. Cleaned out the rest of our storage facility and put it into our garage. So yeah, it was.
You have a garage?
We have a garage. So we just decided, screw it. Why are we paying $85 a month when we have a free garage out there? So we have a garage. What else happened? It's in the wash right now, but Jen got me an American International College. Huh?
Oh, sorry. I thought Kareem was in the wash.
Oh, no. I don't get that reference.
It's a Fletch reference.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've seen it.
Yeah. Chevy Chase says, I'm wearing Magic today. He's like, yeah, Kareem's in the wash.
Okay. Good one. Now that makes them even funnier. When you explain the joke, it's hilarious.
Okay, thanks.
No, my American International College Atlantic Hockey Championship jersey or T-shirt.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, lovely Adidas number. So that was cool. And then I went on eBay. I got some mystery figures. Got some team mystery figures. They don't. It's a mystery of what team it could be. So later on in the show, we will be guessing what team we possibly have gotten of the 30, because apparently the Vegas Golden Knights didn't exist when they put this out.
That's good.
We'll just be betting. $1,000 a shot. So there we go. All right.
That's how we make money for the show.
Exactly. That's how we do our double up our Patreon. So here we go. Let's get to some injuries.
Yeah, I should probably have done that.
It happens.
Not smart. See, I was talking because I was like, "Hey, I had actual things that I did this week and
I
stuff."
know you're actually engaged in
and
life.
I was like, "Oh, that's great." And then
These things happen.
the poops.
Oh yeah. Who's down and out with some blues? Maybe some black and bruised. It's the Face Off Hockey Show injury reports. We got some injuries. Austin Matthews had surgery to remove hardware in his femur.
Interesting.
Yeah, he I guess he broke his femur back in the day, back in 2013, and had surgery to fix it or cracked it or whatever. And they think that's the reason why he's having back problems, is the hardware in there is not doing great. So they removed the hardware to see if it alleviates the back pain.
There goes everything.
Yeah, we'll see how that works. I don't know if that's. I just work at a hospital. I don't know if that's how if you loosen it, the back loosens up too. Could loosen your femur. I don't know.
Chris says he loves that promo. Chris is back, by the way.
Hi, Chris. Yeah, Chris is a big fan of that. Chris likes that. He likes the noir element of it. Dracoir noir.
Ah, I see.
Trevor Van Riemsdyk, he is donezo for the time being. Shoulder surgery, 4 to 6 months on that one. Rough blow. He played well for the Hurricanes in the playoffs. As the Hurricanes move on after they just made the Islanders just their bitches. Speaking of which, Islanders, Cal Clutterbuck. Now, Johnny, let me run this down for you.
Okay.
Stress fracture of the back.
Okay.
Rotated vertebrae.
Ooh.
2 slip disc.
Ooh. Okay.
And he thinks he might need surgery.
There's probably a thought that he probably shouldn't be playing hockey anymore.
He said he gruffed it out for 2 months and then couldn't play in Game 4.
That's so dumb.
Probably should not have played.
We're back on the look how tough hockey players are. No.
Oh yeah.
At some point you're stupid. When your vertebrae is rotated, I feel like that's a bad thing.
It's not a great thing.
In any shape or form.
Yeah, not great. Not a fun time for anybody involved, that's for sure.
Chris said to rub some dirt on it and man up.
That's true. Man up, pussy. That's
wow.
even too much for me. Like I
mean, Mark had surgery on one vertebrae that was messed up.
Mm-hmm. He's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even play hockey.
Yeah, he's fine now.
Yeah, he's doing great. I wonder if the doctor's shown up to his house with a knife, forcing him to run. Gotta get your exercise.
We need to ask him if he got into that full contact league.
Yeah, we really should. Charlie McAvoy is suspended 1 game for his hit on Josh Anderson in Game 6. Went oops upside his head. But, Boston Bruins truthers will like to have you think that he hit him in the chest first before it hit the head. Whatever. It's a dangerous
extremely hard to hit him in the chest and then the head.
Yeah, no. That's unless you're going uppercut.
I mean, I didn't even think that was an actual thing that could have occurred during that hit.
No, but apparently there's truthers out there saying, no, this is what happened. Hit him in the chest first and then
right. And the earth is flat.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing that live in just one shot, although from a much better angle than either of the officials had, looking across the ice from the camera, you're like, yep, that's a bad hit.
Yeah, immediately. The referee was 5 feet away staring at it, and immediately I saw that's a bad hit. And then they had to converse to see what it was about. Though it was interesting. that contact to the head does not have a major penalty element to it.
Yeah, no one knew that.
It's either a do or a match. I'm like, that's a bit extreme. It's a bit extreme there. You might want to throw that 5-minute element into it.
Well, I think one of them said that, what was it? Somebody said that the NHLPA actually took that out of the rule because the refereeing association took it out of the rule. Something to that effect, because when that rule first came in, there were too many times where a referee gave a 5-minute major and a game misconduct, and then the NHL rescinded the game misconduct.
Yeah, so
they were just like, all right, well, screw you guys then.
Well, fuck, it's pointless. Yeah, no, I get that. Interesting how that happens.
Yeah. So Chris says that he thought any major could be any minor could be turned into a major, but this rule specifically says that there's no major that can be attributed to it.
Literally, there's no regulation for this to be a major penalty.
Yeah, that's what it says, word for word.
And it's like, oh, well then. Well, this is right stupid. Is this game 8 East or 8 Central? 9 East. 9 East.
What?
That's 6 o'clock San Jose time.
There's zero.
What a terrible fucking.
Yeah, there's gonna be 14 people there.
Exactly.
Unless they took a half day.
Right? Oh, they all work for Google. It's fine.
That's true.
Patreon. We do Patreon. Patreon.com/FaceOffHockeyShow. That's where we make money to upgrade our shiznit. You can be like Angela, Sean, Chris, Matthew, Damon, Mark, Trista, Brian, Jeff, Kevin, Ethan, Mitch. All of them contribute. You can too. Patreon.com/FaceOffHockeyShow. This week, everyone participated, and we only had one winner. Something happened 4 days ago, Johnny, that just floored the hell out of me.
Okay.
The Westgate Las Vegas Superbook opened their 2020 betting.
Wow.
Odds are out already, ladies and gentlemen. First off, why? We weren't even halfway through the NHL playoffs. Why are you putting out next year's odds?
Well, because everyone got screwed from the Derby, so.
Well, this was before the Derby.
Oh, well, maybe they were trying to up the Derby.
Afternoon of the Derby.
Ah, I see. Maybe they already knew that everyone was going to get screwed.
They're like, okay, we know something's going to screw up. So, yeah, it's perplexing to me because usually it's like an hour after the Stanley Cup is hoisted, then the odds come out, if that long. This year, no. Westgate's like, we're gonna get the hop on this. So they list the Tampa Bay Lightning as your 6-1 favorites, despite them being swept out of the playoffs this year.
Okay.
Whew, I don't like that one. I don't like that one at all.
We were both wide awake tonight, by the way.
Dude, this week has kicked my ass so far. So
we had a very high pollen day today.
Oh, so yeah, you're dragging ass. You got the Chinese disease. Dragon ass.
Dragon ass?
Mm-hmm.
Hidden dragon ass.
Ah, there we go. It's not just anyway. All right. So after that, 10-1 odds, Boston, Toronto, Vegas.
I bet you if you had a bidet, you could get rid of some hidden dragon ass.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely you could.
Sorry.
By the way, that came up on my thing. A bidet with like a heated seat, a heated air dryer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like $239. I did not jump on it because I'm like, I can't afford that right now.
But soon.
But soon. Anyway, Boston, Toronto, Vegas, 10-1 odds, which makes me wonder if they even watch hockey. San Jose, Colorado, St. Louis, or San Jose and Colorado at 14-1, St. Louis, Washington, Pittsburgh at 16-1. And then they only give the Canadian teams after that. The Ottawa Senators, 300-1 odds. You put down $1 and they win the Stanley Cup, you're winning 300.
If they win the Stanley Cup, we have bigger issues.
No, I think we're doing. I think I might put down $100 on the Ottawa Senators, just for S's and gigs. I don't know. It seems way early for me to have the 2020 odds out.
Well, I think it's extremely early, especially since you don't know who's going to be playing for the Blue Jackets next season.
That's true.
So if you're that guy that was like, "Hey, the Blue Jackets had a great run. I'm going to put some money down on the Blue Jackets for next year," and then have their teams gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just throwing money in the toilet at that point.
And of course, this doesn't have the Florida Panthers, who are inevitably going to get Bobrovsky and Panarin. Ranger fans cannot tell me otherwise.
Why would they? Oh, hold on. The Ranger fans think.
Rangers think Panarin's going to New York.
Oh, okay.
They think it's signed, sealed, delivered.
But not Bobrovsky, right?
No, they don't care about Bobrovsky. That King Henrik Lundqvist in that.
That's true.
They have an aging
The Night
Dan
King.
Marino-esque king.
Chris said, "What Rangers fans?"
a slew of meatheads. Like, no, you're going to the Rangers. You idiots. I even tried to bet them money and they wouldn't take the bets. Dumb shitheads. Yeah, I mean, with free agency and stuff, I mean, I think it's early when you put it out like 10 seconds after the cup is raised.
Well, so I think that's just dumb because, like, okay. So I guess going back to the, we just had, won the Stanley Cup. We're going to put money down that our team wins the Stanley Cup next year.
Right.
So maybe that is smart because a lot of people are drunk when their team wins the Stanley Cup.
Fuck, you don't think last year every Capitals fan after that game wasn't going to a sport book like that was 2 feet from their seat and then put money down
until there's the one that's at where the Green Turtle is right now?
That's true too.
Chris liked your impression. He said, "Oh, so that's 95% of the people that go to MSG." And he said he hates his fellow Rangers fans. I think this is extremely early. I think it's just way too early. It's probably one of those things where if we didn't follow hockey, it gets lost in the crowd of what's going on right now with Game 7s and Carolina and blah blah blah. All these stories. It doesn't make sense. I guess it makes more sense after the season. You should at least wait until the end of the season. I mean, you can't even talk to a coach until the season ends. Maybe Westgate was like, well, all the teams we liked, like Toronto and Vegas, are out, so the season's over. We're putting this out now.
Listen, we need excitement. All the casual folk aren't. We got to put betting there. So, and sports betting's a big business.
It is a big business.
Darren Ravel left ESPN because he went to a place that was focusing more on betting.
It is definitely big business.
Well, hell, look at the Kentucky Derby, and I think it was people lost $9 million on those bets because of what's his name losing.
But how much did other people win?
Probably not a lot because that guy was the long shot.
There's somebody right now who had one of those sports almanacs that's just raking in money.
65 to 1. I think he was
Biff Tannen,
the winner. Biff Tannen there. And I don't think he's running the Preakness either.
He's not because he's sick.
Yeah, well, how about that? So the Preakness is just going to be a party.
Yeah, a massive party. I don't even know if there's going to be horse racing.
It's just going to be a party. Who's playing this year? Please tell me someone good's playing this year. By the way, Infield Fest, $89 to $199. Facility admission, $40. I don't know what that means.
Does that mean you can pee for $40?
Yes.
Chris said that Eddie Olczyk bet on him.
Oh, nice. Of course he did.
I didn't watch any of the Derby. Did you?
I watched.
Working, right?
No, I was sleeping, and I woke up to watch. I don't know what game it was. Jackets and what's your Jiggers?
Right.
And yeah, and then I saw the end of that. I'm like, that's funny. And then I laughed my ass off because they bumped the NHL coverage from NBC to NBCSN. I'm like, we got 5 more years of this bullshit deal to go.
Was that the Gone with the Wind moment Or what was the no? What
It was
the Ottawa Senators, right? Game that like got bumped because of the Derby coverage that didn't start for another 4 hours.
yeah, it was an afternoon game and it got bumped and it was an exciting game where Alfredson helped beat the Sabres, I do believe. No, that was Preakness, I believe.
Was it Preakness?
I think it was Preakness. Because the
Well,
Derby would have been early May. And
Yeah.
like the Sens faced the Sabres later in the thing. I don't know.
I'm sure we can find out. We have the internet.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Come on, show me who the hell's playing in this infield fest bullshit. I want to see if Eve 6 is playing.
Please be shine down.
Oh, that'd be great. Infield fest promo. Oh, infield fest lineup, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
This is what Google's providing to me. Oh, Johnny, you'll
Okay.
be happy to not know any of these guys.
Perfect. Jimmy's Chicken Shack.
DJs Diplo and Kygo will
What?
be there. Yeah, no, Diplo and Kygo.
Don't they play FIFA 19?
I think Diplo did. DC area rapper Logic will be there, as well as emo rapper Juice WRLD.
Emo rapper?
Yeah.
Is
Emo
that
rap.
when you like hate yourself?
You hate yourself, but you do it to sick beats? It's kind of nice. It's actually pretty cool. It's not a bad. It's not a bad. Anyway, the headline was Kygo to headline all-star lineup. He's a Norwegian DJ and three-time Grammy nominated artist Logic and award-winning DJ and producer Diplo.
Hmm. So what I found is from Reuters, and it says NBC defends horses over hockey decision.
Okay.
It was
2006? 7, yeah.
it was Sabres. It was Sabres and
Senators.
Senators, May 19th, 2007.
That's Preakness time.
So that is in favor of the Preakness Stakes, just as
Yeah.
it moved into overtime.
Yeah, I do remember that. I was still living in Calgary then. I'm just like that's hilarious that they had to get screwed over.
Yeah, Preakness. Take that. Oh, found it. We have the internet.
Yeah, we did it. Good job, Johnny.
Thank you. Nice research.
Yeah, good research.
Yeah, I don't know any of those people. So one, I don't know anybody that's playing at Preakness. Two, I don't care about anybody who's playing at Preakness. And three, there's zero chance I ever want to be at Preakness. In the infield. If somebody gave me like really good seats, like in a suite or something, fine, I'll go to the Preakness. It would be really fun to take in an event like that. At some point, it might be cool to even go to like the Kentucky Derby. That might be like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
But there's zero chance I want to be in the infield with any of those.
Not at this age.
Not at any age. I didn't want to do it when I was 20.
Oh, jeez. So yeah, Kygo, who's from Norway, Logic, who's from Gaithersburg.
Where's Good Charlotte?
I don't know. Something called Fisher. He's a DJ. Frank Walker. Everyone's a DJ these days.
What are they they just brought DJs to this?
It seems like they brought DJs, and not even Jazzy Jeff. 4 DJs and 2 rappers. All right, whatever.
What about DJ Tanner?
Oh, I wish. Her daughter's doing a YouTube thing now.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she have to pay to get into college?
No, I don't think she got in. I don't think she went to college. She just went straight to YouTube influencer. Her DJ Tanner's kids play hockey. One plays in the NAHL, and then another I think is trying out for the USHL. I don't know.
Wow.
So using that beret name. Hey, Edmonton. Speaking of EDM, Edmonton did a thing this week.
What a segue.
Segue, perfect. Ken Holland, your new general manager of the Edmonton Oilers. Boy, howdy. Your thoughts? Like
Well,
go from penthouse to outhouse real quick.
Well, I mean, the writing was on the wall, right? Like they were like, "Hey, so We got this guy. He wants to come back and be part of the team. Ken Holland's like, as long as you don't say it's Steve Eiserman. All right, it's not Steve Eiserman. It's Steve Zierman.
Guys, it's just Eiserman, but you mispronounced it.
I mean, he obviously didn't have a job there. Even if they told him he had a job there, they were putting his desk in the basement like Milton.
Right. Ken how you doing down there?
So I mean, I think this is a great idea. If he wanted to coach or wanted to be a GM somewhere else, he found a place. I did like his press conference though.
Oh yeah.
I fully respect him going in and saying, so we have a lot of work to do here. At some point in the near future, we'd like to make it to the playoffs. You know, and hopefully while I'm still a GM here, we get to raise the cup again. And it basically, it was not like, yep, we're going to win it next year. I was like, it's so good.
I also like an hour ago, he was on TSN 1260 in Edmonton. They're looking for a goalie. They're looking to add a
Oilers
goalie.
Need a goalie.
Oilers need a goalie. Remember, Mikko Koskinen signed a 3-year extension at $4.5 a year. So, $12 million in cap space for the Edmonton Oilers next year. If you're scoring at home, or even if you're alone. Also, during that press conference, everyone's just like, "Why is Daryl Katz looking so terrible?"
Yeah.
Why is he not looking great?
Yeah, that was bad.
Apparently, he's been dealing with a life-threatening bacteria-resistant sinus infection for a few years.
Oh, maybe I should get checked out.
The infection comes with a 50-50 survival rate. The owner has undergone 3 surgeries in 10 months and has 1 more remaining.
Wow.
So, the John Shannon of Sportsnet said that Daryl Katz is through the worst of it, and long-term prognosis is positive. Which, you know, for a guy running a drug company, good for him. He did look like nothing like himself, though.
Nope, not at all.
So I'm glad to hear he'll be good. Hopefully, he can start the healing process there. But man, he did not look great during the interview. So good on him for getting back to good graces, maybe? I don't know. Also in that afterwards, I don't know if this was during the press conference. I didn't really watch the entire thing. Ken Hitchcock will not return as head coach of your Edmonton Oilers. So
That's
the
true.
process begins.
Yeah, it was mentioned during the press conference.
It was? Okay. Well, I figured. I mean, Ken Hitchcock kind of just came on there in a whim anyway. So why not?
I think he still has, from what I was hearing, watching NHL Network, he still has like a consulting gig somewhere. That's still
fine.
paying him also.
That's weird. He gets 2 paychecks that way. Good for him to have a side hustle. Kelly McCrimmon has been named the Vegas Golden Knights' new general manager after the Edmonton Oilers tried to offer him a deal. George McPhee stepped down and said, "Kelly McCrimmon, you're our guy now." GM is no longer. He is now P-Hop GM.
P-Hop.
I'm sorry, Po-Hop GM. Yeah, good idea, bad idea.
It doesn't roll as well.
No, it doesn't. See, I don't know if this is a good idea because Kelly McCrimmon could go in there, and I guess you keep McPhee, and then if
McPhee's still going to be there.
Yeah.
And I read something that said McPhee basically said, for the expansion draft, we split up the teams halfway anyway. So basically, they were like both GMs anyway, is what he was trying to say.
We're both the GM. We're both Mr. Manager. Don't call me that. Pat Verbeek was named the assistant general manager of the Detroit Red Wings, which has scared Sean Leahy from ever going back to a Minneapolis-based bar and restaurant when the Red Wings are in town. For fear of just getting hit, and then the waitress still not getting him his beverage or food.
It's true, but the one bar had Sean Leahy's.
They did. Well, actually, that's the same bar we got kicked. That he stole us from.
Right, I know. Same
Yeah,
bar.
Greatest thing.
Yeah, they had the big gingers, and they had stealing waitresses and not getting chicken fingers. No movement on the chicken
zero
fingers.
movement on the chicken fingers, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if that's a thing that like the local is known for, like just not like the big ginger. Like if you go anywhere
it's
else,
definitely known for the big ginger.
so if I go to like the Applebee's, the fine down home establishment in Grand Forks called the Applebee's,
Okay, yeah.
I'm eating good in the neighborhood.
Okay, that's a great slogan.
It's what they're quick like that. I don't know if they have them anywhere else in the country, but just in case. So I'm eating good in the neighborhood at this corporate fuckhole. By the way, that's what they call Kim Kardashian. Anyway,
Hello.
hey, yeah, I'm out there. If I go, hey, can I get a big ginger? Will they just send me out like a tall like Amazon redhead? Because I'm cool with that too.
It might be Daryl Kat's kid
Jesus,
with the big fro. Massive red fro, that dude.
oh shit, yeah,
Big
no.
ginger.
The big ginger. Man, oh Manischewitz. Oh, here's some fun news, Johnny.
All right.
I'm sure you heard about this.
Okay. Yeah, I bet.
200 women's hockey players have said they will boycott the professional leagues until a financially viable league is found.
Oh, I did hear about this.
In a joint letter, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, put out by 200 of
there were a bunch of people on Twitter that started tweeting the same thing.
Yeah. The women hockey players just said, listen, until we can make a living wage, covered insurance, and all the stuff that the men get, we will sit out.
Okay.
Basically nudging the NHL, saying, hey, if you want women's hockey, if you think hockey is for everyone, if you built this bullshit women's hockey council.
City on rock and roll.
Exactly. You got to do it. Also today, the Pagulias have announced that they have severed ties with the NWHL and have given up ownership of the Buffalo Buttes.
Yep. Back to the league.
Yeah. So listen, we talked about this on our Patreon show a couple months ago.
True.
Which, if you donate at patreon.com/faceoff hockey show, you get that Langway tier. You get the extra shows, backlog too. So you get all the extra shows backlogged. This is basically what we're talking about. Women sit out a year. NHL finds a way to get it financially and everything viable. They come back in 2021. Away we go.
And it's part of the new CBA.
As part of the new CBA. 2020-21, I should say, not 2021 in general. So, yeah, I mean, you sit out a year, and like I said on the Twitter machine, they sit out a year. They do a touring of the top women's players, and I think Mark suggested this. They put the sticks in the middle and play pickup games, and you get to know who the women are. And then the next season in 2020-21, you go ahead and you get yourself a league there, and people know where the league's happening there.
We look like visionaries.
Kind of. I may, you know what? Maybe they subscribe to the Patreon under an assumed name. Who's to say?
Sean?
No.
We know that, Sean.
Yeah, we know that. A, we know that Sean, and B, he doesn't even have the $5 tier.
Boo. He doesn't get any of it. The only extra show he got was the one he's on.
Yeah, exactly. That's the extra show. It was him. So yeah, I mean, obviously the women were gonna. Obviously, I mean, they got to look out for themselves. Question is,
but doesn't that mean the NWHL is gone also?
Basically, the NWHL right now is the Arena Football League, where the league owns every single team almost, or one person owns the entire league.
Every Arena Football team.
Yeah. But I mean, it's to the point where the NWHL almost has to fold.
Right, because they're not going to have players.
No. 200 players is literally both leagues, I think. I mean, the NWHL. I mean, they relish in the fact that the CWHL just was done. They loved it. They're like,
Right.
we're going to expand it. We're going to expand the teams. We're going to expand the games. What's that? 200 of our best women are not going to be playing?
Yeah, that's ketchup.
Whoops. Well, here. All right.
Just
So
wanted a condiment joke after
can
you
I?
said relish.
Good one. I like it. I like it. Mayonnaise. That wasn't a great joke. All right. So here we go.
It's Cinco de Mayonnaise was the over the weekend.
It was Cinco de Mayo. And I did put a mayonnaise joke or a mayonnaise picture, and people loved it.
That was good. That was good.
All right, so riddle me this, Johnny. This is something we didn't figure in the boycott to this. So here we go. Come with me now. What if
Sport?
the NWHL exists? What if sports? Oh, is that still a thing? I would love to play that. What if the NWHL still continued? What if they still continued and they use lower tier players? What happens? Do people and I'm saying this right now. Do people support the women's hockey game if there's still a league? Or do they support the women that they know?
I'm going to say it's the latter.
So does that mean we can call them assholes for not supporting women's hockey?
Oh. Wow.
Because you can, if there's a women's pro hockey league, and you're not supporting.
How many people go to watch women's college hockey?
Not men. Well,
because I know there are a whole lot of people that go to watch women's college soccer.
Well, I'll tell you this: the North Dakota women's team folded up, so that'll tell you something.
That's true.
But I mean, at this point, if there's a pro league, quote unquote, and there are teams playing in the area, and A, you're not going to the games, and B, you're not supporting them because the top tier women don't. Aren't you also being an asshole and not supporting women's hockey? I think that's a question that needs to be asked. Investigative journalist Scotty Waz here saying, hitting the hard questions out there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't go to a whole lot of women's soccer games.
Well,
I will say that.
Neither do I.
I've been to 2 women's World Cups.
Okay.
But I don't go and watch the Washington Spirit play.
No, it's a shame.
I don't even know where they play right now.
Do they exist still?
They do. They're on my TV.
Oh, good. Like right now?
No, I mean not currently exactly right now. They play on NBC Sports Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that I enjoy women's soccer. I just don't go to games.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But you're still watching the games from afar. Yeah. But if people do, if there's a televised event, if you can get this somehow on TV, or if we periscope this via Twitter, and you don't support it, but you say you support women's hockey, but you're not supporting the NWHL. That's where I'm at here. I'm thinking in my head.
See, Chris brings up a good point.
Mm.
He says that he is pretty sure that he is the average fan.
I would say so.
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
He pays attention to women's hockey and women's soccer during the Olympics or World Cups, but doesn't seek it out beyond that.
Okay. So how do we win Chris over? Chris is an average fan, 5'10", 175. So I think that
is that average nowadays?
I honestly don't know.
It's very tall for me.
Average American height. That's probably the worst idea. Worst idea in the world. 20 years old and up, 197.9 pounds. And is just over 5'9".
Wow, you were almost on. Dead
Dude,
on.
The height thing I kind of knew I was around there. Weight, it was a little low. But man, am I exceeding that on both ends.
But so that's part of the problem, right? Is that you don't ever really see women's hockey on TV. There's been some women's college games, the World Championship was on the NHL Network,
Mhm.
but I didn't see any of the like pro games from what I remember
Yeah.
on a TV channel somewhere that I could watch it.
Yeah. I think it was more pervasive in Canada. I think it was online a lot of stuff, but yeah, like overall, like how can you get exposed? And was that not the problem with women's soccer too? Like after the World Cup?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the current incarnation of the women's soccer league is either the third or fourth that was created since the Women's World Cup occurred in the United States in 1999.
Yeah.
Might be more than that. Because the NWSL was the first one, I think. That was created in like 2003-ish. Each one of them have lasted between like 3 and 5 years.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like fall apart. But I don't know. If this entirely goes dark for a year and both leagues fold and the NHL swoops in and can create their own league, what does that even look like, though? Like, it's not like they're coming right off the hop paying people millions of dollars. Or do they?
Yeah, but they already have a competition committee, so they're good.
Mark with a C, everybody, back from England.
Yes.
It's funny we were talking about how much we were visionaries because we talked about this like 2 or 3 months ago.
We did. We have the vision. All of the vision. Yeah.
Yeah, all the vision. That 2020 vision, son, which is I'm thinking that's when the fall of 2020 is when people need to come back to women's hockey. I don't think you go $1 million off
Not
the
until
hop.
2021 when it's hindsight, though.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Or is it in 2020? Have we figured this out?
No, I don't know.
Because I know
But
hindsight is 2020, but when?
Soon. All right, so if you have a $5 million salary cap, you pay that to 23 women on a roster, which I think is high. I think they only had like maybe 16 or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, you $5 million salary cap over 23 players is $217,000. I think that's more than
wage.
I think that's a livable wage. For me, I would love to make that kind of money.
Is that a livable wage for a pro athlete?
Well,
that's a question, though. Are we
Yeah, you're
talking
right. No, you're absolutely
livable
right.
wage for a like person who works at a hospital, or like a livable wage for the area, or a livable wage for pro athlete? Because they're two completely different things.
yeah. I'll just put it this way: if everyone loves the idea of the WNBA model. The average salary in the WNBA is $75,000 with a maximum of $115,000. So, I mean, I think for an athlete, a woman athlete, I almost have to say that. I guess what's the comparison? If the comparison is WNBA,
Probably.
then yeah, $5 million is actually $217,000.
I would
That's a
say
lot.
that I would say that that's more than the women's soccer league is.
Yeah,
Although I think women's soccer, I think the like USSF pays some of the national team salaries while they're playing in the league, and like Canada's federation pays their players to be in the league also, and stuff like that. But yeah, this is an interesting debate and topic and dying. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know how to make women's sports viable just because, like, I would like women's sports to be viable, but how? It's not like, are they going to come out with some like brand new product that has never been done before, or is it just like a reincarnation of the same product but done better? I guess is the best way that I can say that. Because the product isn't bad and nobody's going. So how do you change that? How do you use the same product but make it more attractive? I guess.
I don't know.
Because it's not like it was a low-level hockey.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible hockey, but it's hockey that wasn't accessible to everybody outside, unless you live there, essentially. And a few games in Canada if you watched up there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
How was your England trip, Mark?
It was British, very British. I was actually just a couple days short of being there for Scotty's favorite royal baby announcement.
Oh, Archie and his buddy Duke Jughead. Like, honestly, this is great. Fucking, we won a war in 1776. Get the fuck out of here with this bull. I don't care, NBC. Fuck off.
Tell us how you really feel.
Fucking, like, the fake royals. Who gives a shit? When's the last time we cared about the monarchy in any country? Maybe Sweden. I'll give a shit about Sweden's monarchy.
Because of the watches?
Mostly because of the watches. No,
I thought that was Switzerland.
So that's Switzerland. I was going to say.
All right.
Sweden, mostly for the chefs.
Bork. And Chris Bork.
Yes, exactly. And Chris Bork. God, I can't deal with this place. Fuck 'em. Anyway. So good. You had fun trip. That's good to hear.
Yeah, it was good.
You made it back in one piece. Always good.
Yep. I actually was there to deliver the baby. That's why I was there.
Wow. Great.
You stayed in the Holiday Inn Express?
Did you switch the babies? And then it could really look like a royal because of the red hair?
Yeah, that's it. I made a trade. It just seemed appropriate.
I think so. Oh, it's great.
It was good. It was
Nice.
It was quick.
Glad
quick.
you're back.
Monday to Friday, and then John gets to go back and
Clean up the mess.
see all the same people.
Nice.
Clean up. How you go next week? No, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Some other news real quick before we get to the OYO opening. Despite delays, Seattle's still a front runner for the 2021 draft. It was announced that the Seattle arena is going to be delayed by a couple months because shit ain't working.
Oh, so Seattle's going to get the draft?
Yeah, Seattle
for their first draft?
allegedly getting the draft. Yeah.
So when there's 20 other teams that have never gotten a draft, Seattle's like, all right, peace.
Well, they bid on it. Like teams, it's a bidding process, right? So
I guess so.
yeah. So there's
Maybe
that.
people just don't want to draft.
There's that too.
Like Washington.
It was they got arena football.
That's right. You can't destroy that arena football money.
No. Kenan Thompson's going to host the NHL awards, and I made a note online. If the band Knuckle Puck does not play this event, I will be very pissed off. You got the guy who invented the Knuckle Puck and a band called Knuckle Puck. What the fuck are you not thinking, NHL?
And then 5 for fighting.
Oh, that'd be great. They're always there. They're just there, like in life.
They're like the Ron Langway of NHL awards.
Mm-hmm. They're just like, hey, he's still there.
Huh. I think Ron Langway sleeps at Capital One Arena.
Well, he might as well. Yeah. All right. Let's get to some OYO opening. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, 5 mystery minifigures. They're only a team. It's not a player. It's just a team. It's a generic team. I got 5 of them. Let's think what we're gonna get with this one, gentlemen. Well, did you feel it?
I'm
Taste it. You have it?
I'm seeing red. I'm seeing red.
Okay, are you unwritten law? You. What are you guys thinking? Let's pick it out of 30 because they didn't care about Vegas.
I'm going to say Boston
I
Bruins.
told you. I'm seeing red.
Okay, so you're saying
So you're picking every red team?
you're picking Liverpool.
Like you can't
Yes.
pick every red team. Choose a team.
Oh, and it comes in a puck, so I can't tell. I have to actually open it up.
Oh, that's not a puck. That's a tin. It's actually you actually just got a bunch of
no.
stuff.
Oh, baby. Philadelphia Flyers.
Wow.
That was close.
It's kind of close. It's a form of red.
That's that was a quick one right there.
All right, here we go. What are we doing here? What do we got here?
Chris said Rangers.
Chris saying Rangers. Mark, what are you feeling?
I'm gonna go with this Dallas Stars.
Ooh. Johnny.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh. Rangers, Stars, Maple Leafs. Open this puck up, Sonny. Oh no. It's the Columbus Blue Jackets, everybody.
Ah,
Too
CBJ.
soon.
Hashtag
soon.
Lumbus. Poor Lumbus.
hashtag Lumbus.
Remember when that was a thing for 10 minutes? And we all got sick of it? All right, here we go. Number three.
Aaron is saying Boston.
Hey, Ron! Johnny?
I'm gonna go with Ottawa Senators.
Ooh, that's a good pick. Mark?
Colorado.
Ooh. Hold on. And I got a bonus with this one.
Hold on, what?
You got a boner?
A Washington Redskins mini helmet.
Where the
Was it?
That must have been when they played the game at RFK.
I guess so.
The outdoor
They never
game.
played a game at all. They never
Yeah,
played
the
a-
outdoor game at RFK, right?
Oh.
Well down.
El Panthers. El
Mm.
Panthers. What a random ass find. I'm just like, oh no, did something fall out? No, it's a fucking Redskins helmet.
I love it though. They must have known that you were from the Maryland region and
Right.
wanted to give you a Redskins helmet.
Right? Here's something from Landover. All right, I'm gonna take this out of the box. What do you guys think? What do you puck wise? What are you thinking?
Chris says Anaheim.
Anaheim?
I'm gonna go Capitals.
I'm going San Jose.
Oh, San Jose. It's also Mark's pick for the. Oh, you fucks. Boston.
Well, we did get a Boston then.
Got a Boston eventually.
It must be a goalie.
All right, last one. Last one. What do you
LA
think?
Kings.
La Kings.
Detroit.
Detroit Rejuan.
Aaron's happy that he got it.
Oh. El Sharkyton.
Oh,
yeah,
Mark
I just
got one.
Yeah, you're day late dollar short on that one, champ. It's all right.
Totally asshole.
All right. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Lyle Richardson joins us. Hi, Lyle.
Good evening.
We were
We
waiting
could ask
for you.
Lyle what he thinks it is because he didn't see any of it.
What? What?
See?
What? No, sorry, I just dashed down here. We're all wrapped up watching a documentary from Viceland called Dark Side of the Ring.
That's really good. I heard
It
it's really
is,
good.
yeah, it's really good, and it is as advertised, quite dark. We just finished watching the first episode with Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth.
I heard the Von Erich.
Oh.
Oh,
I heard
I thought you were talking about Dark Helmet.
No.
No,
I heard the
I
Von.
thought you said it was a documentary on Iceland. And
yeah,
I thought it was
Iceland.
going to be about the Golden
Viceland.
Ring.
Yeah,
from Viceland, yeah.
yeah.
I will say that they said the Von Erichs one's really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that one too. Yeah, but yeah, when they say Dark Side of the Ring, ooh, yep,
Because didn't they play like the 911 tapes?
yeah,
Yeah, that's not great.
That the 911 call when Elizabeth died of an overdose. That was
Fucking Lex Luger.
yeah. But Randy was quite possessive of her.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
Like quite, but and it wasn't like a physically abusive relationship, but it was certainly mental. I mean, I don't believe that he meant to be that way, but yeah, yeah, that's mental abuse.
Yeah.
Still love the Macho Man. He was, like I said,
As a
like-
performer, great. As a person,
And-
suspect.
yeah, well, but he was good to his fans. It's like I told you guys the story when my wife and I met him in St. John's, and like I said, he couldn't have been nicer. He was a really nice guy, but just you can be a nice guy and still be kind of a dick to your wife. So
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah, it was interesting to say the least. Anyway, enough of that darkness. On to better things.
I was gonna say, the rose right into Red Kelly's passing.
Yeah,
91 years old.
he lived a full life.
That's for sure.
Definitely a Renaissance man in his own way too. I mean, he was a Norris Trophy winning defenseman, and then he becomes a center and wins something like 8 Stanley Cups, and he was even a Liberal member of Parliament in the 60s too. So yeah, kind of a Renaissance man that way. Went on to become a coach with varying degrees of success. So yeah, life well lived.
And now he has a show on public television where he paints trees.
No, it's red. That's Red Green.
Oh, okay.
No, that's first off. That's Bob Ross,
Oh,
there we go.
and then
That's
Red
Bob
Green's
Ross.
the guy who fixes duct tape.
there's a guy named Red Green.
It's a character.
Yes,
Okay.
Little
you're
on
a
the nose.
character. I'll tell you, you're a
cute
character.
characters.
You're the character. I
Uh,
tell you. Anyway,
well, what's going to happen to Panarin and Bobrovsky now? Florida? This honestly, is that like lock it up?
oh, I still think they're heading to market. I mean, they had a good run and everything like that. Well, such as it was.
Well, yeah.
They definitely acquitted themselves well down the stretch and in the playoffs. That's for sure. Well, but Panarin all season long. I mean, he finished career high 87 points in the regular season. He led them in the playoffs in scoring. So. But I just think that he's still going to want to move on to greener pastures that aren't in Columbus or in Ohio, I guess. And Bobrovsky, I was reading this morning that there might be a slim chance he stays, but I don't know that. He could. I mean, you can't rule anything out, I guess.
with goaltending, if you got a good gig there, why would you?
Well, yeah, but by the same token, though, what is it that you're looking for, too? I
Mhm.
mean, are you looking to be, a winner, or are you looking just for job security and staying in a place you like? And right now, we don't know if he likes Columbus. The whole thing with Bobrovsky, that goes back to, like I said, sort of last spring when they had suffered yet again another first round elimination, and the question was sort of raised that, well, maybe he should go see a sports psychologist. Maybe that will help him. And for somebody like Bobrovsky, that was just like, what you're saying something's wrong with my mental health. You know what I mean? Like, he got very defensive about it, and I'm sure that was meant with just the best of intentions. But some people are going to take that advice. Okay, sure, why not? Maybe that'll help. And some people will get defensive over that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. But I think Panarin's gonzo for sure, and Bobrovsky would not surprise me if he follows him out the door.
Bobrovsky definitely looked like he was done.
Yeah, he kind of did. That's
Like at the end of that game,
Yeah.
he was just kind of like taking everything in, and he's
Yeah.
like, "All right,
Yeah, I had a good run here. It was a good 7-8 years. Had a good run, but time to go.
yeah."
Yeah. So I think now, I mean, well, I'll tell you, yeah, that's certainly going to put the pressure on Kekalainen to get Duchesne resigned. It's not like they won't be able to afford to resign him. They got like over $52 million of cap space, so they'll have, if ownership's willing to spend to the cap, I mean, they'll have over $30 million that they can spend. So they can afford to keep Duchesne, and I mean, because it's going to be bad. Like, it's bad enough if you're going to lose Bobrovsky and Panarin, but you knew they were heading out the door anyway, right?
Yeah.
But if you lose Duchesne, If he follows you out the door, I mean, you've got nothing now to show for what you did, other than, yay, we finally won a playoff round, but we gutted our future just to get that.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy an entire KHL team for that money.
Yeah,
Pretty
exactly. And Zingle, that did not pan out at all. I'm really wondering if he has a future there, because he kind of faded out down the stretch. His playing time got cut, and he was even a healthy scratch at one point during the playoffs. He only managed 1 point. That was not what they were expecting from him, because when he played with the Senators, during playoff action with them, he actually played very well. And this time it didn't work out. So Duchesne rose to the occasion. This could be a case of one guy. Duchesne plays well for Tortorella, and Zingle's not really a Tortorella guy. Mm-hmm. It's almost kind of like that. At least, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just kind of the way I see it. And but you can afford to lose Zingle if you have to, right? Duchesne's the one you can't lose, because if he goes too, that's a friggin' nightmare then. So, and the thing is, though, the Jackets, they're still a core of a very good team there. But if Bobrovsky goes, they're definitely going to need goaltending. You got to figure if they'll be in on Robin Lehner if he wants to test the market. They'll be in on him big time.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I mean, Korpisalo did not show me much as a starting goaltender during the regular season.
No.
No, that's backup material for sure. I know they've got Elvis. What's his last name?
Gerback.
No, not Gerback.
Not Stoico. Not Presley.
Merzlikin.
Yeah. But I don't think he's ready for prime time yet. Mers, the fourth planet in our solar system. Mers.
I feel like Leakin's probably the worst name for a goalie.
Yeah, not great.
A lot of puns there. But yeah, there's not going to be. I mean, what are you going to do? Do you go and trade for a banged up Jonathan Quick? Do you go and hand $10 million a season to Robin Lehner? It's but the goaltending issue aside, if you can keep Duchesne, you still got a lot of good talent there. I mean, you got a defense core, especially Seth Jones. Man, that kid came into his own. I mean, well, he was already established, but wow, he impressed me in this postseason. He really did. So they've got a really solid core there. It's just they're going to need to really build up the goaltending, and at least see if they can keep Duchesne. Because if you can keep Duchesne, then you go out and say, okay, hey, Jeff Skinner, Buffalo not treating you good. We got a lot of coinage here. We'll treat you good. There's that option there, right? So the only thing, I think they're going to have to be more active in free agency, because he's not going to have a hell of a whole lot to deal if you want to go to the trade market. You certainly can't use draft picks, that's for sure. And you don't want to be tapping too much more into what you've got left in your prospect system right now. So interesting, to say the least. Interesting.
It'll be a fun time, that's for damn sure. You also have to wonder, like, why would Robin Lehner try to test the market? He has a great gig, and he's got Mitch Korn on the side.
I know, right? I mean, honestly, I think he's going to stay. Yeah, I really think he's going to stay. I think there's loyalty there, big time, because Lamoriello and the Oilers took a chance on him. He really blossomed under Mitch Korn, and got his life together and everything. So I really think that there's going to be loyalty there. I will be surprised if he goes to market if he doesn't resign, because I expect
the time to catch in.
Lamoriello. People say, well, Lamoriello's very frugal. And it's like, yeah, but if you look back at Lamoriello's history, he has rewarded players, with big contracts if he believes they deserve it. I mean, he kept Marty Brodeur for a long time. I mean, hell, he threw $6.25 million a season for 3 years at Patrick Marleau, for God's sake.
True.
He felt it was worth it. So yeah, he can be frugal, he can be tough, but if he thinks you're worth it, he will pay. And you got with Robin Lehner, a Vezina finalist, a slam dunk for the Masterton, I think. I would not surprise me at all to see him get very, very, very well paid by the New York Islanders.
Speaking of the Islanders, what the hell happened in that one? Like, honestly, it's like you get out of Nassau and you just took all their zest for life away.
Yes, Nassau was the key. Yeah.
Mhm.
You look at that series, they dominated the play in 3 out of those 4 games. The first 3 games, it was all Islanders. But
Mhm.
just, I think, though, the layoff did hurt them at 10 days off because their timing, especially in the first 2 games, I mean, they were missing scoring chances that they were burying, in the first round. I mean, good God, in game 1, I mean, Brock Nelson was set up beautifully for one-timers twice. Big empty cage. He would not have missed those in the Penguins series. But you could just tell their timing was off. And then the frustration level, started to kick in too. And by game 4, I knew they were done. They were toast after game 3. They were not coming back. There was no way. It's like, they might squeeze out a win here, but that'll be it. I was not surprised to see. I mean, as soon as the Hurricanes scored that tying goal, in game 4, yeah, it's over. It was done.
So for Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm Johnny.
You certainly are.
Not even irony at that point.
No. By the way, Liverpool and Tottenham. Woo!
Yeah, that was wild.
In Newcastle in their honor.
Mm. Yes.
It's just the tears of Newcastle fans.
It's that.
Well, hey, Keenan Thompson hosting the NHL
Yeah,
award.
we were talking about that.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
See, we're talking about that Russ Tyler, the knuckle puck, the master of the knuckle puck. Is
Wasn't he the host of Wild and Crazy Kids?
No, that was Omar Gooding, racist.
No, hold on.
I'm pretty sure he was. I think he was one of the co-hosts.
That was like, well, the new one or the old one?
The old one.
Well,
when we were kids.
Yeah,
No.
not the new one.
No, it was Omar Gooding.
He was a Nickelodeon host, right?
No,
What was
he
he
was
on?
on all that.
It was Omar Gooding.
Of course, it was Omar Gooding.
Sorry.
And he went on to do hang with Mr. Cooper. It's great times for him.
Who was doing hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Omar Gooding.
Oh. And now Mr. Cooper's in your house.
Exactly. It's a cat. I'm hanging with him.
That's a twist we didn't see coming.
No, it's weird. Reincarnated. Man.
Oh well.
Yeah, no, he was on all that, and then he did the Good Burger.
All that. Yes.
Good Burger.
Yeah, he did.
I
The Good
remember
Burger.
those. I remember those
a lot of
because
stuff.
I remember those because, as I said, my son was growing up in the '90s, and so I had to watch a lot of that stuff.
Which, by the way, I want to say they had Keenan Thompson on the Stanley Cup coverage last year, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, I think he was like doing a hit. He was in DC. It was the most awkward interview ever. It's like
So the NHL decided, hey, that's the guy to host our award.
Listen, it's an NBC property he hosts. Yeah. We're on an NBC network. Let's do it.
Synchronicity.
I can't wait for Kelsey Grammer to host the 2021 award/expansion draft. It's going to be great.
As Frazier.
No. Yeah, as Frazier.
Well,
yeah.
obvious. Well, when is he not Frazier? Let's be honest.
That's true. Kelsey Grammer was just Frazier.
Kelsey Grammer was just Frazier.
Yeah.
That's all he'll ever be is Frazier.
Oh, well.
Anyway. Speaking of the Battle of the Network Stars, Louis Anderson. You know, I don't like the way Travis Green put me out there. Louis Erickson and Travis Green.
Wow.
And we're off.
Louis Erickson did not like Travis Green's coaching.
Completely different team.
Yeah. That would have been a completely different team. Louis Erickson there as your first line right wing. Dropping down to the fourth line. But I tell you, get that big body in front of the net, create traffic in front.
Are you talking about Louis Anderson still?
Yeah, exactly. Of course. But yeah. There's a guy angling maybe for a trade, maybe kind of, sort of, maybe, even though he's got a full no trade clause. I think at this point, I don't think he would object at all. I think he would waive it if Arizona came to him, or pick the worst possible team in the league.
Ottawa.
I think he would go to Ottawa. No, he would love to go to Florida. You kidding me?
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone loves Florida.
Oh man, he would.
Because you know what? That's $6 million is now tax free.
Oh, hell's to the yeah!
So,
and not to mention, he'd be playing along with some good young talent down there too.
15. Beginning in 2021, he's got a 15 team no trade list.
Yeah, but he's a full no trade right now. So, and funny thing, in Edmonton, that Oiler guy, Milan Lucic, who lives in Vancouver, there last week saying, I could see myself finishing my career here in Vancouver with the Canucks. I could see that happen. Nobody's angling for a trade there at all. Not one bit. So, of course, that prompted the, hey, Milan Lucic for Louis Eriksson, huh? Who says no? How about Louis?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Louis says no?
But
how about
are you telling me Ken Holland and his crew, the second attempt at an outsider revival of the Edmonton Oilers, ain't gonna work?
I don't smell that. Not to mention, who else do I think says no to that? Jim Benning says no. Because that, okay, sure. We're going to get rid of a guy who's 3 years older, sure, yeah. But a contract that if we want to buy him out, though, yeah, it's kind of rough. But, we can make the dollars work. No, let's trade him away and instead bring in a guy who has a contract that is buyout proof. The way it is structured, you get little to no cap saving for you.
No.
And you're getting a guy who, how many goals did he have last year? Checks notes.
Are we talking about Louis Eriksson or
Lucic?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Louis Eriksson last year had a whopping 11 goals.
11 goals.
And 29
Milan
points.
Lucic had a whopping, checks notes, 6.
Yeah, no, that's bringing negative back on your board there.
6. 20 points in 79 games. He gets, he was hurt. 79 games, kids. 79 games.
It's 3 from 82.
Yeah. So
that's quick math, Scotty.
Eriksson,
me.
Listen, Eriksson for Lucic.
Mm-hmm.
That just does not work for Vancouver. I'm sure, Vancouver would love to get rid of Louis Eriksson, but if you're talking about bringing back Lucic, it's not going to happen. I just don't see that happening.
Top 5 teams Louis Eriksson will be traded to on the bar.
Oh God, please! If that becomes that needs to be a thing now.
And by the way, speaking of, did you guys talk about Malkin earlier?
No, what happened with him now? Is he going to the Kings?
Oh no, even better.
Oh, please.
Ottawa Senators?
No, better.
Columbus Blue Jackets?
No, better.
Russia.
No,
Russia?
better.
Couch.
Sweden?
Yes, couch. Couch is correct, sir. If that couch is in Florida. Supposedly, the Florida Panthers are interested in Evgeny Malkin, to which I ask, why? They already have, I think, right now, the best two-way center in the NHL in Alexander Barkov.
I thought you were going to say Kelly Kissio.
Yes, Kelly Kissio. Of course. Kelly Kissio, if it was spelled Alexander Barkov.
Right. Just got to rearrange a few letters.
But why? I will admit that, anything can happen. I mean, I've learned my lesson over the years that don't ever sit down and go, that's never going to happen. And you turn around and it does happen. Hello, PK Subban. How many months did I sit there and go, that's not going to happen, not going to happen. Oh shit, it happened. But that would make absolutely no sense for the Florida Panthers, especially since they would have to give up. The asking price would be somebody like Jonathan Huberdeau, a top prospect, and their first round pick for a guy who's going to be 33, who had kind of a bit of a hissy pissy fit this season.
Who's been petulant recently? Yeah,
petulance is the word. And he still owed $9.5 million a season for, I believe, another 4 years left on that gig? 3 or 4 years left on that?
It's a lot of cake.
Yeah, a lot of cake. So why? That does not work. They've got Alexander Barkov and Vincent Trocheck as their top two centers.
Yeah.
Why do you
Matt
need to bring
Duchene.
in Malkin? Why do you bring in Malkin? You don't bring in Malkin. That's ridiculous. And I heard it. I heard it suggested that, well, if they bring in Malkin and then sign Panarin, well, boy, that's a 1-2 punch that would make them legitimate again and would bring the fans out and would sell tickets. Like, yeah, I'm sure it would, but it's not going to resolve their goaltending, and it's not going to bring in the top 4 defensemen that they need. That's the priority. That's why they're linked to Sergei Bobrovsky. That's why if they can't get Bobrovsky, they'll go after Lehner. They're going to go after. They need another top 4 defenseman. They do not need a first line center or a second line center. They've got those guys. They're good. Okay, Panarin. I really don't think that you need Panarin. Now when you got Huberdeau scored could get as many points as Panarin did, I believe. Let me pull that up here. How many points did Panarin have this season? Survey says 92.
Okay.
So he had more goals and more points than Artemi Panarin. So why? Why would you? And he's 25. And a more physical player as well. So why? That makes no sense to me. If Dale Talon actually does those moves, oh man, it's like, great, congratulations, you just screwed another team up. You would have been better off if somebody hadn't shown you how a fax machine works.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yes.
Harsh.
In other words, what I'm saying is Artemi Panarin is a luxury they don't need. They definitely don't need Evgeny Malkin. They need a proven starting goaltender and another top 4 defender. They had no problem scoring goals last season. The Florida Panthers were 9th in scoring this season. They had the 4th worst goals against average. That's your problem. So anyway, that's my beef. So I'll probably turn around in 2 months' time and go, oh, look, Malkin and Panarin are there, and it's just going to be James Reimer and some guy.
Samuel Montembeault.
Because Roberto Luongo, they'll put Roberto Luongo on long-term injury reserve. Oh, yeah, everything's great. And defensemen, they'll bring, who will they sign? I know, Derek Pouliot, who just got cut by the Vancouver Canucks. There's our top 4 defensemen. Away we go, kids. Everything's perfect. Look at the big names we got. Hooray. Anyway, moving on.
They can trade for Jake Muzzin.
There you go.
There you go. Everybody
like
loves Jake Muzzin.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Thoughts on the play? Like, these playoffs have been fun.
They've been interesting.
They've been fun.
Can I say though that the Dallas Stars or the crowd in Dallas is dead? At least that's the way it came across on TV.
Ooh.
They
were pretty loud on the NBC feed.
I don't know, on the Sportsnet one. I don't know. They didn't seem that loud to me. Certainly not like the St. Louis crowd.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Maybe it was more muted on the Sportsnet coverage.
Well, historically, the Stars fans don't really come out that well.
Yeah, but I got to tell you though, Ben Bishop deserved better.
Oh, fuck.
He deserved.
What
better.
Do they have like 4 shots in the last 3 periods?
in the second and third period.
That's
they
insane.
had 13 shots in the first period, which kind of struck me as a bit odd because most of that period the Blues dominated them. They kind of got going in the last 7 minutes of the period of the first period. But then after that, 4 shots. That was pathetic. That was I'm sitting there going, man, Ben Bishop, he's going to steal this for them because holy crap, that was just a pathetic effort. His teammates let him down. They really did, which is a shame because up until that game, I thought the Stars overall had played pretty well as a team.
They didn't play bad.
Well, they certainly played better than they did in Game 6. Holy
shit.
Yeah. Wow. But the Boston Columbus series, I mean, that was good physical hockey, though. The whole Charlie McAvoy hit to the head thing.
Not the best.
Oh, so it was up to the ref's discretion, huh? And the ref decided, 2 minutes. That's good.
They don't have a 5-minute option.
Yeah, I saw that. And that surprised everybody. And we saw, wait, what? okay, you can call 2 minutes for a headshot, or if it's the ref's discretion, you can call a match penalty, but not a 5-minute major. The hell?
No, Johnny,
So-
what'd you say about that?
Yeah, I said something. Oh no, it was Kerry Fraser. I remember.
Yeah.
Kerry Fraser said that at some point it was either the officiating association or the NHLPA.
It was the officiating association. I saw that tweet too. Yeah.
Yeah, he mentioned that that basically they got pissed off because they had been rescinding match penalties for hits to the head.
That's
So
right.
they took away that option and effectively took it out of the referee's hands and said like Department of Public Safety or Player Safety
Mhm.
will take care of it.
Well, in that regard, I mean, you can't really fault the officials for that, the on-ice officials for that, but this is still just another friggin' embarrassment for the Department of Player Safety, for the officiating in these playoffs. We talked it to death last week. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole again, but just not a good look, man. Not a good look. Again, it's like, oh, well, there goes the regular season rule book. Here's the yes. Here goes the regular season rule book. Here's the playoff one. There we go.
I
love it. Basically, as long as you do not remove their head or limbs from their torsos, we're not going to call it. So,
Love it. Perfect.
Unless it's a slash to the hands.
And even, yeah, exactly.
yes. Well, apparently you can hatch a job a goalie in the back, and that's okay.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, but
yeah,
they didn't
Ben
hit him in
Bishop-
the hands.
Yeah, Ben Bishop sold that. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, Ben Bishop sold that a bit. Yes, he did, but still.
Oh no, get
Dude,
hit. Get,
dude
I don't
came
care
up and
how much you sell it.
handed him from
Dude,
behind,
yeah,
for Christ's sake.
every try getting hit in the back with a hockey stick.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
fun. You're not
No,
gonna have a
no.
good time.
exactly. That's
You're not
not
gonna have a
fun.
good
Well, like
time.
I said, I mean, yeah, he did kind of sell a bit. And, when he did get legitimately hurt, I believe that was in game 5 when he got, took the Colton Parayko shot off the collarbone. When he got legitimately hurt, I mean, yeah, he's lying there. I mean, what were the refs supposed to do? I mean, I was surprised by it too. But then you look at how many times, he has kind of sold, the dive, that sort of thing. Well, what are the officials going to do? I mean, is he hurt? Is he hurt for real? Is he not? We don't know. So
And
I
the Stars didn't have possession either. So
no, I know. So I didn't really fault them too much for that. But my God, though. I mean,
well,
when you-
while it seems that the fault was in the Stars.
Yes, nicely done. There's the Shakespeare drop. He's been waiting 15 years to work in a Shakespeare drop, and he finally got it. Well done. Well played,
You
Scotty.
are welcome. All right, you know what? Listen, we've had enough. We've had enough fucking around.
All right.
Tired of tugging on each other's balls. Let's fucking get down to brass tacks.
Is this where we pull out the donkey?
That's where we pull out the donkey.
Time to pull out the donkey. Yes.
So far, the second
Speaking
round
of
has been
tugging balls. Time to
dog
pull out the
shit for
donkey.
everybody.
Wow.
So far, not including obviously Game 7 tonight with San
No.
Jose, Colorado. The Lyle has one.
I have one.
The Orb has one.
Yay!
The Donkey has 2,
Whoa!
Go donkey.
and the Fortune Cookie has 1.
Yo! So I have
Overall-
I have a chance tonight to get 2
You do
to break even.
break even on this one.
Oof.
Right now, as it sits right now, -1 series. Lyle's at 5, Orb's at 5, Donkey's at 5, Fortune Cookie's at 5.
Yay!
Everybody's at 5.
Dead heat after 2 rounds. This is
You know,
turning
and
into
I
quite a
don't,
rivalry.
I don't feel bad because let's face it, the first round blew everybody's playoff bracket to shit, and now
And
everybody's
the
just
second round
scrambling.
bracket.
Everybody's just scrambling. It's like we don't know what's gonna happen. Blah! So,
All right.
Is that Mark Dumont? John Mark Dumont? Is that his name? Paul Mark? Ah, okay.
Duma?
JP Dumont.
All
JP
right,
Dumont, yes.
ladies and gentlemen, we are now down to the last 3 series of the season, and we got 2 of them coming up in the conference final.
Oui.
As we are want to do, Fortune Cookie has emergency Fortune Cookie if we need it. If it
If
doesn't
we
make
need
a
it.
goddamn bit of sense,
That's right.
which sometimes they do, sometimes.
But let's
they
be honest, the whole playoffs have not made a goddamn bit of
Oh
sense.
You're not
man,
wrong.
they've definitely not gone the way most
You
of us
are
expected.
not wrong. So, Lyle, we will start off in the East because that's the matchup we know.
Yes, indeedly doodly.
The Boston Bruins, the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina Hurricanes been off now for about, a week now?
It will have been a little over a week once they flash back up, which I don't know.
Tomorrow
I don't
night.
think it's tomorrow night. Is it tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, Thursday night.
Oh, my goodness. Has that been confirmed?
It has been confirmed by NBC yesterday.
There we go. Yesterday.
NBC yesterday. Is that a new channel?
NBC
No,
yesterday.
It's actually not the Today Show. It's everything you heard before, but a day later.
I like it.
Or
Or
kind
a
of
day
like last
prior.
week tonight. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, you are right. 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Of course I'm right. Sorry.
Simmer down. It's just a figure of speech. I wasn't questioning your information there.
All
Good heavens.
right. So Boston, Carolina, the Cinderella story against the team that people hate.
Yes.
And that's also not a Cinderella story. I don't know. A lot of people don't want the Bruins there because they win too much. Because fuck a dynasty.
They really They win too much? They haven't been the last time they were in the Eastern Conference Final was 2015.
I think they're talking about Boston as a whole.
I think Boston in general. They kind of fall under that.
Look, keep the other sports out of that. We're not interested. Okay.
We can't. Wow, they won a World Series and a Super Bowl so far this year.
And so they're going for the trifecta. Come on.
Going for the trifecta. Maybe the quadplex, but they're not going to get past the Milwaukee Bucks, those Boston Celtics. They're not. No. Giannis is just too good.
And let's be honest, if they actually did and they swept, oh my God, there's not going to be living with these Beantowners. Sweet Jesus.
Well, Lyle, there's very few that we can live with anyway.
What's it have to? Why do you have to bring accountants into this?
No, not bean counters.
Bean
counters. Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Johnny Lyle is basically putting on the no beaner light.
Okay.
All right. So Boston, Carolina.
So this, I'm going to say that the Cinderella team midnight is going to strike because it's going to be Boston. I'm picking Boston in 6.
Boston.
I'm sorry, but man,
no, you know what? I can't.
Bruins
I can't fault you.
I mean, Tuukka Rask has not looked this good in years. He's not letting anything rattle him now. That's a big difference compared to previous playoffs.
I like temper tantrum Tuukka Rask.
Yeah, temper Tuukka is not bad.
We have not seen him in these playoffs, that's for sure. And that top line, Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak, you can shut them down for a game or two, but you cannot contain them. The Leafs found that out the hard way, and the Blue Jackets found that out the hard way. They will bite your ass, and they always seem to do it in crucial games. So, and they're getting secondary scoring. I mean, Krejci he's having a terrific playoff. They're getting scored like Charlie Coyle, the guy who was considered a choke artist in Minnesota in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him stepping up big in front of his hometown fans. The defense, I mean, McAvoy's blindside aside, he's been playing really well. Brandon Carlo does not get enough recognition for the steady shutdown D that he's been playing. So listen, the Hurricanes are likable. It'd be a great story if they can advance, but I just don't. The Islanders should have beaten them. I give them credit for hanging in there and being opportunistic, but I don't think they're going to get that kind of luck. It's going to hang with them against Boston. So Bruins in 6.
Orb.
Will the Bruins beat the Hurricanes? Without a doubt.
There you go.
Boston.
There you go.
Donkey.
Okay.
Chris says that he wants to go with Carolina because forget the Bruins. And in 6 because Mark hates that number.
Perfect. Love it.
All right, Donkey.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Golden.
That looks like it's a sad face.
That's a sad donkey.
Is it a sad donkey?
Yeah, that's a sad donkey.
I thought sad donkey was blue.
No, happy donkey's blue, but sad donkey's gray.
Well, this makes a goddamn bit of sense. So
That's a blue sky versus a gray sky, Scotty.
Gotcha. I see the sky. I don't see color. All right, so crack it open.
That's because you're colorblind.
Donkey's going Carolina.
Carolina. All right.
It's midnight, Carolina. Oh, sorry.
All right, here we go. You will surround yourself with warmth and riches. That's what?
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 What
So we
are
got-
the numbers?
10, 19, 23, 29, 30, and 39. Are we hitting emergency cookie time?
Just a second. Hang on. Okay.
10 seconds.
I want to hit. No, shut up.
10 seconds on the board. 10 seconds for emergency cookie.
No.
9
I
seconds.
want to see. I want
8
to see.
seconds.
I want to hear the numbers
7
again. Let me just pull the numbers out. Okay, give me the numbers again.
10, 19, 23, 29, 30, 39.
10, 19, 29,
23.
23,
23.
30.
Enrico Ciccone.
Okay, emergency cookie. None of those fucking work.
All right, we have pulled the emergency cookie cord.
Warmth and
Wow.
surround yourself with
This
riches. What are you
occurred
doing? Sitting in a warm puddle of your own piss? Jesus Christ. What kind of fortune is
Kelly.
that?
Wow, that is golden.
True.
Kelly.
I'm gonna piss on you.
And that is golden, yes. What?
Don't worry about the stock market. Your investment is good.
I'm thinking
I'm
Bruins in that one.
thinking Bruins in that
I'm
one,
taking
too.
a
What the
big
hell is
leap.
going on?
1, 13, 15, 19, 20, and 30.
They
Again, terrible.
made their investment in guys like Charlie Coyle.
Yep.
So that's where I'm making
I'm
that
go
leap.
Boston.
All right, Boston.
Boston.
They don't need a goalie.
No,
No.
they don't need goalies now. I'm glad we finally settled that. They don't need. They don't
Edmonton
need a goalie.
needs him now.
Oh boy, do they ever! You won't get an argument out of me there. Holy
It
crap!
doesn't roll off as tongue
No, it
as
doesn't
well.
now.
No, it doesn't.
Oilers need a goalie.
Oilers need a goalie. Yeah.
All right.
that's
So in our Western Conference
All right, toss up.
toss up.
Don't
Toss
you
up.
need an
Well, we
extra
know it's
cookie?
St. Louis. St. Louis.
But who's
again.
who's going to be the lead team? Because
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, if Colorado wins, St. Louis is the home team. But if San Jose wins, San Jose is the home team.
Home team is overrated. It
Well,
really is.
but for the idea of our
For the
situation,
cookies
for the cookies and such.
and the orbs.
Yes,
Oh.
Lyle.
I
We're
mean,
not
you
talking
can
about real
only
life.
ask
Well,
an
you-
orb and a
you-
donkey a
okay.
yes or no question.
Okay, well, you guys sort that out. I know I'm picking anyway. If it's when they if
We'll
it's
start
Saint-
off with the San Jose Sharks against the San Luis Blues.
Sharks,
Sharks, all right.
going with Sharks.
Or
Lyle's choosing the Sharks even if they lose tonight.
right?
Will the
Especially if
Sharks
they-
beat the Blues?
Especially if they lose.
Is
tonight.
Sharks are the high seed here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Will the Sharks beat the Blues? Signs point to yes.
Here we go.
San Jose.
Sharks.
Donkey.
Donkey.
Sharks, Blues. Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
happy
Sharks.
donkey. That's a donkey shark.
Donkey Shark.
It's a donkey shark.
That's a next right after Sharknado 4.
Good.
Sharknado 5, donkey shark. Rise of the donkey shark.
A small lucky package is on its way to you soon. So obviously,
Tiny
that's
day.
Mark's penis. Secondly,
Is that
That's St. Louis, the small lucky package.
Darren Pang?
Yes.
Darren Pang.
Yes, Panger. Nicely done.
St. Louis. Big Nelly fans over there.
Mm.
Now I have to. Now I gotta. Yeah, man, you're making me look up the statistics.
Yeah.
See if in fact St. Louis Blues would be home ice advantage
Against the Avs, I believe they
I
would
believe.
be. I believe they are.
Yeah, because the Avs were.
Yeah, the Avs.
Avs were last seed.
squeakity-booed. They squeakity booed in,
Yeah.
whereas the
Alright.
Blues did not.
All right,
So-
St. Louis against Colorado, Lyle.
If it's Blues, Avs, I'm going Blues.
Hmm. All right.
Will the Blues beat the Avalanche? Orb.
Mark loves this segment so much.
Yes. Yes. It's picking the high seed
Every time.
each and every time. So
Orb is
he's just
going
at-
shop.
well, Orb is trying to match Lyle step for step
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
He's not-
yeah.
he doesn't want to get beat, but he's not going for the glory. But he doesn't want to get beat.
Oh, he's saving all his thunder for the big one, for the finale.
All right, Donkey. Is it Blues?
Blues and Avs.
And Donkey says Blues.
All
That's
right.
not a blue donkey. He's happy.
Yes, the Blues with a
Anyway.
Blues are
Top-
higher seed.
top seed.
Oh yeah.
You will step on the soil of many countries in your lifetime.
All right. So which team has the most?
Okay, which team-
Obviously,
most amount of players
no, but
in various countries.
see, you say that.
Uh-huh.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the Blues have a wider range of pull. So do Avalanches. So by that standard, I think it's a push as well. So then we go to Mark's logical reason.
Mhm.
I'll look up the Blues roster.
All right, I'll look up the Avalanche roster.
There we go.
Uh,
We'll get it sorted. We use the ultimate in scientific mythology here, but
I was
mythology.
gonna say also the
Methodology here on
methodology.
the Face Off
No,
Podcast.
mythology too.
Mythology too. Yeah.
Right.
Mythology.
All right, so
works
we
as well.
got. I'm only seeing on the Blues. I'm only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4.
They got that's
only
right.
got- I've only got
Conjure was saying
4.
the St. Louis Blues have the most Canadians on their team of all the
They have
playoff
a-
clubs.
They have
So
a ton of Canadians.
That's the Avs.
I'll have Canada, United States, Sweden, and Russia. That's all I got. It's just four only 4 countries.
For the St. Louis Blue or Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
Switzerland,
Yeah.
Canada,
Yeah.
U.S.
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Russia.
there we go.
Sweden.
There we go.
Finland.
There we go.
And the USSR.
There you go. Wait, what?
Semyon Varlamov. USSR. He was born in '88 before the country crumbled.
Excellent point.
Thank you.
I will concede the point.
I was wondering that too. I'm like, wait a minute. What old guy do they have? Oh, right. Varlamov's still on that team.
I'm like, what? USSR? The hell?
Born in '88 before country crumbled, before revolution.
Before the cookie crumbled.
Before
Cookie.
Yes,
Oh, that was fun and exciting, gentlemen.
it
I really
was.
appreciated it. I really appreciated that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, Lyle, what do you think about the Edmonton deal? What do you like about Ken Holland? What do you like about his moxie?
I like the cut of his jib.
By the way, what year ranges are we going with again for the haha fuck you?
I think
It's the mid tens available. Can I do mid tens?
I think the mid. Yes,
Sure.
of course.
Sure.
I don't think we could. What was the sweet spot again there for Johnny and Mark? I don't think it was anything before. Well, no, that's not right. You could do early like 93, 94 because it fits into NHL 94.
So like
Right?
it looks like the mid
But-
90s and from 2010 onward.
But we could also do, but we were also able to do like the middle of the last decade
Just
onward.
choose some. We'll figure it out.
I'm just saying it wasn't well.
It
I
doesn't
think,
matter
but I
if
think
it has
Johnny
to be
was saying
well.
there was a certain
true.
little spot there in the early aughts that didn't work out because you guys were really following the team there in the late 90s.
Because I was
when
in
they made the run.
college.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. And you guys did actually do really good, like I said, 93, 94, because that's NHL 94. So
Yes, because that's ingrained in your. That's like written in your brain. somewhere.
exactly.
Sure.
It's funny. It's just certain years, right? But yeah, so I think kind of post lockout for you guys. So up until the turn of the century, until post lockout is kind of like that dead zone. There's 5 years there. That's
You
kinda
mean
like
the
a dead zone.
1900s?
No,
Mm.
turn of the century. I'm talking this century, brother. Get
Okay.
on it. Come on,
Making
catch up.
sure.
Catch up. We're well into this century now. We can say at the turn of the century, and it doesn't mean the 1900s. 'Cause we're
Shoeless
old
Joe
now.
Jackson.
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
Skateless Joe Jackson.
Skateless Joe
Skateless
Jackson.
Joe.
Anyway, Ken Holland.
Mm.
Good, bad, and different for that move, Lyle. What'd you think?
Well, I don't think that they could do any worse. No,
Well, that's
listen,
a salient point.
it's just anybody going in there. I don't care who you put in there. They've got one hell of a mess to untangle. I mean, I'm sorry. You could have put Steve Yzerman in there because he's you would consider the flavor du jour. You know that I think I think if Oilers fans would have been happy if they could have got Steve Yzerman in there. But I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who you would have put in there because they're going to have one hell of a mess to untangle. I don't think Ken Holland is a bad choice. I think he's a good choice for any team. Yeah, I know people say, "Oh well, he inherited his team, the the cup winning teams, and he spent all the Illich money, and he didn't really do a good job. The team fell apart afterwards. It's like, yeah, but you know what he was before he took over as general manager? He was their director of scouting. So Yzerman, Lidstrom, all those guys, they were his finds. Okay, Pavel Datsyuk, Henrik Zetterberg, Dylan Larkin, they were all his finds. All right. So, I think he's going to set them up very well with young talent. Yeah, he made mistakes over the final 10 years. He kind of went overboard in the salary cap era, overpaying some of his players. But you know what? That doesn't mean he's going to turn around and repeat that mistake. I think you were seeing that he had learned from that mistake in the final 2 or 3 years that he was GM of the Red Wings. So, I don't think that he's a bad choice to go in there. And the fact that he's got autonomy, that makes a big difference because he's not having to answer to the fucking old boys network there anymore. Wow. He can hire and fire as he sees fit without being second guessed or worry about being, getting a stab in the back, from higher ups. But regardless, I mean, that's a mess that he's got to untangle there. And that's a challenge to any general manager. So, I mean, if Oilers fans are expecting immediate results, keep your expectations low because it doesn't matter who was going to go into that job. It's going to take them time to get that franchise turned around.
It's true. You're not wrong, Lyle. You're not wrong. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Taste sensation, the sweep of the nation.
Woot!
Got two options here. Both of them great.
They're always great.
On one hand, you have one option. On the second hand, you have yet another.
Look at you confusing the issue.
It was the Butler.
It was the Butler. It was. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to the place that was not a hellhole.
Okay.
And the place where, listen, they're wild right now. They're going crazy. You know why?
Why?
Archie's here, baby. Archie's here. That's right.
I hope the next baby's named Jughead.
Do we know if Archie has red hair? Do we know?
Don't know.
Does he?
Of course he does. He's a fucking ginger.
We already know they're having some of their friends create a Jughead and a Reggie.
Yeah.
Betty and Veronica.
Betty and Veronica. Oh, if it's a girl, that's the next one's going to be Veronica.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be so kitsch.
Princess Veronica and Prince Archie.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jolly old England for this one.
Oh my.
Going to the O2 Arena on September 29th, 2007.
Oh, God.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your Anaheim Ducks take on the LA Kings in the first game in a while. That regular season game that was played overseas.
Hang on. Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we not do Ducks and Kings last week around this period of time?
No, we did it a few years later. Actually, we did it a year before. Few years later, few years before. I will say this, Lyle. I
wasn't trying to ruin your bit, but I'm sitting here going, this sounds really familiar.
All right, you know what? Guys, you can thank Lyle for this one.
So now we're going to B.
We're going to January 1st, 2008, Ralph Wilson Stadium, the first outdoor game. Penguins, Sabres.
That works.
Winter Classic.
I'm sorry, man, but it's just like, wait a minute. It's only a year separating them. There's no.
I don't remember last week.
I was going to say, who remembers last week?
I do.
Okay, well, fucking, you're better
you
than
have
us.
a lot more free time.
That is true, too. All right.
Oh, God.
Penguins and the Buffalo-Slug.
Okay.
We're going to start off with the man we always do, Mark with a C. Mark, kick us off.
Wait, what?
What?
What year is this?
2008.
07 to 08.
January 1st, 2008.
Penguins Sabres Winter Classic. The gimmick that keeps on giving.
I'm almost positive that Alexei Shitnik was on this team.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, no, he wasn't.
Oh man.
Oh, good try, Mark. Johnny.
Ryan Miller.
Bored. Lyle.
Sidney Crosby.
Bored. Mark.
Malkin.
Bored. Johnny.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Lyle.
Brian Campbell.
Soupy on there. Bored.
Oh, good try, AJ. You're a little late though.
Mark.
Shit. Did you already say Gonchar? Gonchar.
Gonchar on the board.
Yay!
Johnny.
Chris has Ryan O'Reilly.
Ryan O'Reilly. No.
O'Reilly.
Whoa, that's way. I don't think he was even in the league at that point. Ryan O'Reilly.
Yeah. Could have been a minute.
Tyler Myers.
Tyler Myers. Not there. Sorry.
Darn.
Sorry. Lyle.
JP Dumont.
JP Dumas. JP do wrong.
Oh,
You split you had your bets on both teams there because he played for both of them. Not there though.
I was thinking he was still with Buffalo then.
Yeah,
I
Mark.
was thinking Buffalo.
Let's see here.
Do you have some fava beans and a nice Chianti?
Daniel Briere.
Sorry, he was in Philadelphia by that time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
AJ has he's gotten this one in by a nose. Colby Armstrong.
Ooh,
Arm dog on the board.
nice.
Johnny.
Max Talbot.
Ooh,
Oh,
not there, but good guess.
All right.
Lyle
Derek Roy.
on the board. Not confident in that guess, but he's on the board.
I know. I'm like, was he still with the team? Was he
Mock.
not?
Dang it. Hal Gill.
Wow.
Mm.
No, but impressive.
The USS.
The USS Hal Gill.
Yes.
John.
Oh man. Ty Conklin.
Board. There it
Oh, wow.
is. Started the run of
Well,
like.
he also played in like 14.
Yeah, I was gonna say
oh,
4
yeah.
consecutive outdoor games he started.
That's right. Yeah.
He became the Yannick Perot of outdoor games.
Oh God, yes,
I
he
wish you'd
did.
give him a jacket.
Oh, come on, Sabres. Okay, not Sabres. Thinking Penguins here.
Well, yeah, if you're not thinking of the Sabres, I hope the guy you're thinking Penguins. Not like Johnny last week, who somehow still have another team that we were even talking about.
Or the run-in team.
Yeah, the run-in team.
The third one.
That was kind of weird. Yeah. It's like, wait, what team were we talking about? Chris Letang.
Board. Thumbs up for Chris Letang. Mark.
Wow.
Shit, this starts. Yeah, actually.
Brooks Orpik.
Ooh,
Board.
nice. Yeah, there we are.
Oh.
Nice.
Played only 17 shifts, 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Johnny.
AJ is going with Jochen Heck.
Ooh.
Wow.
Board.
Nice.
Heck pool. That's 500
Nice.
points right there.
Right on. Yeah. Good one.
To
That's still me.
Yes.
Yeah.
God. Huh. There's something flying around the basement. Jeez. Matt Niskanen?
sorry.
He was in
Few years
Dallas.
early. He was in Dallas, yeah.
Mm.
Before that deal. Lyle.
Jordan Stahl.
Board.
Wow.
Oof. Again, I'm calling some of these names. I'm like,
Yeah.
are they even in the league at this point? Or yeah.
Merrick.
Mm.
Marty Biron.
No,
Ooh.
sir.
Oh.
I mean, he might have been part of the game, but I already picked both goalies.
I didn't realize you already had both.
Yeah.
To John.
Chris is gonna throw out a James Neal.
Okay. Not there, but he can throw him out.
Oh, he would have.
He would still been in Dallas too.
No, I don't even think he was even playing at that point. I don't think he was.
Well, he was
in the
playing
dance
somewhere.
yet.
I'm
He was
sure.
playing
Yeah, but not
somewhere,
in the NHL. Yeah, I
Sure,
don't think
yeah,
he made the dance by that point.
AJ is throwing out a Thomas Vanek.
Oh,
Bored.
oh.
Bored for Thomas
I'm
Vanek.
gonna miss Thomas Vanek. Yikes.
Well, it's hard not to. For clarity's sake,
okay.
James Neal was in Iowa playing for the Iowa
Stars. Yes.
Iowa Stars. So
Iowa Stars.
he made it in the calendar year. He made it. Johnny, yours.
I'm gonna go with Tyler Ennis.
No, sir.
Darn.
Lyle.
Jason Pominville.
Welcome to Pominville on the board.
Yes. The denizens of Pominville.
I watched this game.
It was also like 11 years ago.
I know, right?
That's good, AJ.
Michael Pekka.
No, sir. Damn. I think he was on Long Island. No, he was out of Long Island at that point. Don't know where he was. John.
AJ is gonna go with Maxim Afinogenov.
Bored.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a
Good
good drop.
Good pull.
That's a fin of the game. No.
Hmm.
God, I know what I'm thinking of, like Sabres defensemen, and I can't think of any, which is probably not a good sign.
You know, it's funny. I'm looking up and down this list. I picked maybe 2. 3, actually. The rest of them, like, how do they play with only 3 defensemen?
Oh man, maybe they just had a really crappy defense core. Who else could be? See, this is the bad part of the Penguins, because the Caps weren't making the playoffs this year, so they weren't losing to the Penguins in these years.
Yeah.
So what else? What could there be? Matt Cook?
Oh,
Nope.
No, sir.
After the Caps had Matt Cook.
Lyle.
Jesus.
Nope, not on that.
No, Jesus. Fuck.
He was on the team.
All I can think right now. All I can think of is Bill Guerin, but I know it's wrong.
No
But
Jesus,
Bill
but there
Guerin.
was a Hecht.
Bill
Yes,
Guerin.
there was a Hecht, but no Bill Guerin.
No, I didn't think so. Shit.
Mark Recchi.
Ooh, no. Good call though. I think he was like a year later. We'll do that. We'll go last call. Let's throw last
Yeah,
call out
because
there.
I'm kind of running out of
Throw last
options
call out
myself here.
AJ
John.
is gonna go with Drew Stafford.
Ooh.
there. No, sir.
Oh.
You're still at UND.
I got one more guess, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe I have another guess. What about there has to be somebody that I remember off the top, like randomness. I'm gonna pass. I don't remember anybody else. Yeah.
Lyle bringing it home.
This sucks.
Oh man, it's like I figured. It's gonna be a lot of Penguins.
Everyone had an easy layup with the game we had last week.
Well,
Everyone had an
actually.
easy layup.
We
Mark was
did.
coming back from England.
Oh,
we were gonna have
man.
the baby was born. It was
Boom,
all a
bada boom, bada boom,
tie-in.
bada boom.
And Lyle was like, "No, we did that last week." So you fucks get this.
It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Oh my.
My last guess is Mother Nature.
She didn't show up until the end of the game. They gave her a 2-minute penalty for illegal roster.
Okay. Shot in the dark. Tony Lidman.
Wow. Way to end it. Tony Lidman on the board.
Wow.
What the hell is a Tony Lidman?
He was a defenseman.
Yeah, he was a Swedish, Finnish defenseman.
I couldn't remember if he was still on the team then or not.
He somehow was.
Evidently, he was.
Played 26 minutes worth.
Why
A
did
team?
Why
you
did
mean
it,
NHL?
did he play with the Calgary Flames?
He did. He was during their run.
That's why I was thinking. Yeah,
Yep.
that's why I kept thinking he was with the Flames. But
Well,
anyway,
he was at one point. It was
yeah,
just
but I knew he was
3
played
years
with the Sa-
prior.
I knew he played with the Sabres. My point is, I knew he played with the Sabres. I just didn't know if it was at that point or not.
Ah.
So, anyway,
All right. So for the Penguins,
Yep.
Colby Armstrong was mentioned. Eric Christensen, Crosby Gonchar, Adam Hall, Tyler Kennedy, George Larac,
oh, Big George.
Letang, Malkin, Ryan Malone,
Private.
Malone.
Yarko Rutu.
You know what? I thought he was on this team. I was going to say him, and I didn't.
Because you didn't know which agitator the Penguins had.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's. Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was king rat for them for a while.
Rob Scuderi,
Oh yeah.
Harry. Yeah, that's right.
Stahl, Daryl Sador.
That's so funny because I thought of Daryl Sador
Why don't you guys say what you think?
because I thought he was playing for the Stars.
That's true. It was a back and forth.
Well, he did play for the and the Kings too before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Peter
Fair point.
Sikora.
Which one?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It could be anyone.
Jeff Taffy or Tafe. Ryan Whitney and Ty Conlon and net.
Ryan Whitney.
Don't forget about Ryan Whitney.
Yeah, he was supposed to be their big puck mover back then. Yeah.
El Sabre du Buffalo. Afinogenov was mentioned. Campbell was mentioned. Tim Conley not mentioned though.
All right.
We don't know if he had a concussion or not, so that's why no one.
Yeah,
asked.
you heard a lot.
He was the butler.
He was. Paul Gostad. Hecht. Dmitry Kalinin was on this team.
Okay.
Alesh Kodelik was also on this team.
Huh.
Lidman, Adam Marr, Nathan Pache, Daniel Paye, Andrew Peters, Pominville, Derek Roy,
Yeah, there you go. That's a guy I know.
Michael Ryan, Yaroslav Spacek, Hendrik Talinder, Vanek, and
Talinder.
Ryan Miller in goal.
Wow.
Talinder was that guy the way that Anton Volchenkov was that guy for Mark. I was sitting there going, oh, the guy, Swedish guy.
Yeah, the thing.
defenseman,
Did the pucking?
helmet and the thing on the blue line.
He
You
did
know
some
what I mean.
Stuff.
Mark's sitting there right now going, fuck you, Lyle.
That's true. I don't deny it.
Mark
I can read
understands.
you like a book, my friend.
Wonderful. Well, Lyle, enjoy this game 7. Enjoy the start of the conference finals.
Yes,
and
indeed,
we'll
doodly.
talk to you next week, brother.
We'll talk to you next week, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. There he goes. Lowridge at SpectorsHockey.net, at SpectorsHockey on Twitter, My Hockey Trade Rumors, the Hockey News, all kinds of fun stuff. So there you go. Shout outs to Johnny P.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Daryl Sador.
Mm-hmm.
I should have said it. And sometimes you just need to say things and make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Deaths.
It's really not.
In Canton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Deaths in Canton. That doesn't make it sound any better, actually. Deaths moving to Canton. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to packing soon for England.
Mm.
Mark went ahead and scouted out the trip, so security should be fine, and I should have Wi-Fi in all places.
Wonderful.
And shout out to Newcastle Brown Ale, brewed in Holland.
Mm.
What the hell is it brewed in Holland? I thought it was a British beer.
Nope.
Oh well.
It's your honor of Ken Holland.
Ah, there
GM
we
of the
go.
Oilers.
There we go. There was a hockey and a soccer tie into this one.
Boom.
All right, I'm done.
All right, Mark.
Shout out to New British Baby. Shout out to yeah, I don't know. That's all I got. New British Baby and being back in the United States and yeah, that's it. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm always tired.
You know what? We're all tired.
Yeah.
This is a tired show.
This was a tired show. Has been for the last 18 years. Kid, I jest. Shout out to Mystery Yo-Yos. That was a fun time. Shout out to Fortune Cookies. Shout out to new stationary bikes. And yeah, that's all I got too. I'm tired too. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's all have a good sleep. For Johnny P. Mark at the CM, Scotty Watts, take care of yourself and someone else. This has been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. It's part of the Blog Talk Radio Network, even though they don't return our emails. Facebook.com/FOHS Radio, Twitter.com/FOHS Radio, and Patreon.com/FaceOffHockeyShow. We'll see you again in 7 days. Enjoy the conference finals, folks, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace.
This is the end of the story. Stop, freeze, and wait for a second. Evaluate, then make your assessment. Reality, or just another segment. Propagate, educate, lie for a second. No control, my mind seems to roam. Number 9 minds wanna